Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I'm live, homie.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, man. What up? What up, YouTube, man? This your boy Terry the Black Man with my homie Zeus Son-in-law, man. We over here about to do the NCAA, week zero predictions, man. We both big college football fans. I'm a Longhorn, and I better say Aggie, my bad.
Mhm.
You're Crimson Tide, you know what I'm saying? And see this week zero. We got the game in Dublin with Florida State versus Georgia Tech, which is going to be a good one, I believe. We got other ones like SMU and Nevada. I don't know too much about that. I'm not going to front with you on that, but we could talk about it. And just the overall landscape of the college football season, man. Man, like probably do some predictions on. Well, I ain't no probably. We're gonna do some predictions on the SEC, Big 12, ACC, which ACC actually look pretty compelling since they added Stanford and Cal. That look a little different too. The Big
Mm.
Ten, the Big Ten, base of the Big Four, just the base of the Big Four. It's gonna be an interesting year and stuff. So, um, Zeus, man, you want to introduce yourself, man? Let the world know who you are, man.
Man, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing out there, man? It's Zeus Son-in-law, man, coming from out there Montgomery, Alabama, man. Listen, the best city to ever win, to ever do it. Big time roll tide. Shout out to everybody out there, man. RIP to Harvey Updike. You was a legend in your own will, blessings to you. Listen, let's get into this. And it's only one conference that we need to be talking about. SEC, the most dominating conference in the United States of America.
I ain't gonna lie. Once upon a time, I argue with you on that because, like, Aggies came in there and showed up, but like now we all in there. So hey, we the same crew now, man. We all linked up now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, Aggies came in there, had did their thing, man. To kind of just, get a quick backstory on that. We know Johnny Manziel, Kevin Sumlin came in there with a high speed offense, which he came from out of West Virginia. He
Mm-hmm.
coached back in the day with Darius Slay. I think Darius Slay was quarterback. He had
What
a
what
nice little. No, I
what?
think I
Oh,
think
I thought it was Pat White. I thought Pat White was over there too,
yeah,
huh?
Pat White and Darius Slay was the running back.
Yeah.
And then I want to say Slay is from out of Mobile, so that's how I know Slay. I want to say
All
it might have been Pat White or Slay. But Divine also played on that team too. That's Deion Sanders' stepchild.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
not stepchild. I think that's his godson. I want to say.
yeah. I believe it's Godson. You're right. You're right.
His godson. I mean, he was electrifying at once upon a time, most definitely. But yeah, you're totally right, bro. They came in, the Aggies came in, man. Offense was just crazy. I don't think that the SEC was prepared for the spread offense ran like that at once upon a time. You know how it is. It's like the NFL. The
Yeah,
SEC we catch on, baby. Roll Tide.
yeah. And like we used to argue that all. I said, man, look, hey, I'm a Longhorn, so I talk a little noise about the Aggies. I'm like, man, that was a third tier team when they left. They left up with their tails up between their legs and everything. But no, we'll go in. But I got nothing but love for the Aggies, man. It's just friendly boundary. I got family I got a nephew that went to Aggie land and stuff. It's all love. It's just sometimes it's like a spade table fight, man. We just go and say what we gotta say, then we go represent the world the right way. That's how Texas is, man.
No, I mean, well, T, I honestly feel like it ain't spades, man. We playing tonk.
Oh
You know
man,
what I'm talking about?
you got $5 pot,
49.50.
five dollar.
49.50 automatic winner.
Oh, you got a $5 pot. You got to get in at $5. I feel you, man. That's my mama number used to play, man. I feel you. Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen, like an OG told me, you better catch me.
Okay, okay. But yeah, it's all love now. But like, I think this college season is just compelling in general, man. Because like the transfer portal open the gates for parity in NCAA now, and like
Mhm.
I'll be surprised if they're just a team that just run undefeated right now, just because of all the different. Because I mean, you go look at these schedules. Like I just looked at man. I could pull it up real quick. Let me look at the Florida State schedule because I looked up the Let me find it. You keep on talking. I had it. It's off my what you call it now.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, Florida State, them just starting the season off in Ireland, I think is a real huge thing. You already know how that is. That's for the audience. That's for attract a different type of audience. Because I think the last time that we went overseas, you got to go back to Oklahoma State versus Texas Tech in Tokyo.
I think
they played in
I think they did the Ireland game, but I believe they that's because like the Notre Dame used to do that. They do that a lot.
Yeah, but it's been so long, like to kind of just get that. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it is. I think it's something I gotta look up. But I just remember the time, that they had went over there. Well, I mean, I don't remember. Like I said, I was playing NCAA. This back when you can play with Barry Sanders.
Oh yeah.
I want to say that was NCAA. What 9 or 8?
Probably.
Yeah.
God damn it. Hold on real quick. I got the schedule, by the way. You keep on talking. I got the schedule for Florida State, for example.
Yeah, Florida State, like I said, they starting off. Everybody think that this is going to be a cupcake game. This could be a easy. This is what you call a good old-fashioned trap game. This is when you come in and you thinking that you big dog, you the number 10. I mean, you the number 10 team coming in. To be honest with you, I think that they're gonna lose this game, to be honest with you. I mean, Jordan Travis ain't playing. I mean, I can't, and also Keon Coleman is gone. I mean, you got so many different people that left off. Then I think they lost another receiver too. So I mean, it's gonna get real interesting, man. It's gonna be, the key players in this game for Florida State, and like you said, the transfer portal hurt so much, man. The transfer portal really put them in a bind. Okay.
Actually, like I said, actually hook Florida State because they got Marvin. I mean, I looked up the roster. They got Marvin Jones. They got Benson from y'all. I didn't even know they got Benson from y'all.
Yeah, Trey Benson. Yeah, Trey Benson. I mean, I want to say he rushed for 905 last year. Yeah, 905. He had some pretty decent stats last year. He had 156 carries. He averaged 5.8, in the offense like that, and he had 14 touchdowns. That was pretty good. But like I said, in college football, you should be able to rush for 1,000 yards. Somebody can come and argue with me all day, but hell, anybody can do that.
Yeah, when spread. But they got Malik Benson. That's the receiver, and they got Rodell Williams. And Rodell Williams, he was behind Jason. I believe he was behind Jason on them, right? And stuff. So yeah, they got the offense look, because this the big DJ. That's the big ad.
Man, but you see, this is the thing though, T. I seen DJ at Clemson. He looks scared as fuck.
Yeah.
My fault for my language. Hold on, let me calm down on that.
Yeah.
Every time I say a cuss word, I'm gonna give you 10 push-ups. I'm just gonna count to 10. You don't think I'm doing them. So this is my thing with DJ. I seen DJ play at Clemson. I watched him thoroughly. He just looks like he struggles. He's scared to throw the ball down the field. He seems like every time you snap the ball, he's scared in the pocket. I know they tried to push him up, and he was supposed to be the next coming of Trevor Lawrence. He was supposed to be the next best thing, because I want to say he was a 5-star recruit too.
Yeah, he was a 5-star. Yeah, he was supposed to be Deshaun, what you call it? Play for Cleveland. Play for Cleveland.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a massage. I'm finna go give me a massage after this too.
Man, look, that boy wild. That boy wild. We ain't even get on that. But here's the thing. I saw DJ when he was playing with Oregon State. Man, he was it's almost like it unlocked him. He didn't have that shadow. You know what I'm saying? That big shadow. You had two. I believe that Trevor Lawrence won the Heisman, right?
Yeah. No, he did. He did.
He was a winner up, but I believe he was did he win that championship? Yeah, he won that championship definitely.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, he killed us. He killed us.
yeah. So what I'm saying, you
He
got
killed us.
two
Stop
big.
bringing up the past, man.
I'm just saying, I'm just making sure we on the same
Stop
page.
being a hater now, man. Stop it now. Stop it,
I'm just
please.
making sure we on the same page, homie. You know what I mean? But like anyway, like DJ, he had a big old. That's a large shout out to like rock with, man. Because in a and then you have to look at it like this, like if that's a large shout out, then turn around, you are again, and he was like one of the first NIL dudes, so you already getting the bag. You know what I mean? So
True.
that add another extra layer of like pressure. So I believe he did the smart thing going to Oregon State because Oregon State's their what's their it's the expectations is like, okay, just give us a bowl game. You know what I mean? You're not talking about national championship playoffs and everything like that. So he was a different quarterback, I should say. I mean, he ended up getting them. Don't have me make sure I say this right. I believe they got to a bowl game. Let me make sure.
I think they did. I mean, anybody can get into a bowl game. I mean, you can go get in a bowl game right now if you want to. We can coach a Pee Wee team right now.
But you know, I mean, like that was their situation. They needed to get to a bowl game, you know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I mean, like I said, I mean, actually, they did go to a bowl game last year. I mean, because it was Oklahoma State he played for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got.
I mean, yeah, they played Texas A&M.
No. I think they did play Oklahoma State. See, but it's so many bowl games, man. Forgive us, audience, because no, they played Notre Dame in the Sun Bowl. That's right. They got.
Okay. I mean, you said what team did DJ had went to for the 1 year? I just remember him at Clemson. I think I had got a little lost with him because after Clemson, I was like, man, this guy here don't necessarily have a future in football because it's just all that dicking and dumping, and then it's like every time he hiked the ball, he kind of reminds me a lot of like Bo Nix when he was at Auburn. Like Bo Nix at Auburn did not look that good. I had opportunity to see Bo Nix. I actually went to 2 games. Bo Nix was a struggling quarterback. Bo Nix looked like Tim Tebow for Denver Broncos, not for the Florida Gators. Different type of quarterback.
Yeah. I mean,
like with the dick.
That's a system situation there.
Yeah. You know, like he always dicked and dumped the ball. He just looked like he just was always unsettled. Every time you hiked the ball, it wasn't even that a free rusher was coming. He just looked like he was indecisive. He looked like he just did not know what to do. So I mean, that's just DJ. But like I said, like you said, change the scenery. Get him another opportunity to go down there to Florida State. I mean, we'll see exactly what can he do. Tomorrow. At 11 a.m. I just hope that he comes in, he looks better because he has a lot of talent around him. But I mean, bro, if we really want to get into it, in Clemson, he had a lot of talent.
Yeah, and
Clemson loaded.
Like I said, that Oregon State team almost beat the team that beat us in the Sugar Bowl. So, like, I think it looked like he was dink and dunk, but it was more that offensive scheme they had in Oregon was more pro style. So it was almost like he was preparing himself to go to the next level, and then Florida State kind of got a similar scheme too. So like I said, he gonna be a different quarterback from what he was since you saw him. He's different. I've been looking at the stats, you know.
Talk to me.
So it was basically a pro style offense, you know what I mean? So he didn't have to throw for 300, 400 yards, anything like that, you know what I mean? He was throwing like 250 to 280, but he again like he was like 20 for 25, 25 to 30, like real high efficient stuff, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you got and he didn't have athletes like Florida State won't have, because they got a new receiver, you got a running game, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
all you got to do is manage. He just got to manage and let the team, let the offense just work and just make the right reads at this point, you know.
Yeah, I see him, man. I mean, like I said, look like he just looking at the schedule, man. Just looking at his body of work, what he did last year. I see San Jose State 42-17. He went alone. I'm gonna say he won a couple more other cupcakes. San Diego, I see on here. He played Washington State. He lost to Washington State by 3 points. Went into Utah. I mean, they beat Utah. Utah was a pretty good team.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that Utah wasn't the same team. To me, later on in the season, I don't know what happened to them, but they did lose 21-7. He did win that game. Beat Cal by 20 points.
Hold on, I remember that. See, they're just I believe Utah just came from being Florida because Florida came up there.
Yeah, they did. They did, but I mean, because they was doing some get back. Because you remember Florida had beat them with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, and Richardson,
they went down there in that swamp and they were like, "Oh my God, I ain't never sweat like this before in my life." They ain't never seen that humidity like that.
Yep.
That humidity make you feel like you're playing in another ball game. But yeah, I mean, like I said, last year he lost. He lost 4 games last year. He lost to Washington State, he lost to Washington, Arizona, and then he lost to Oregon at the end of the season, 31-7. So I mean, pretty decent stats, like you said. I mean, he completed most of his balls, but it seemed like against a real good competition. I mean, he didn't really necessarily fare too good. Only against I think UCLA he did pretty good. Cal, yeah, he did real good. But in those 4 losses, let's look at the stats. Washington State, 17 for 34 for 198 yards passing. Now you know as well as I know, right? It's college football.
I wonder if we need to look at the rushing yards on that Washington State, because I wonder if he did a decent number in rushing too. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a nasty game and you're trying to manage, trying to manage the clock and everything, you want to slow it down. Then obviously, you know what I mean?
I mean, 9 attempts for 61 yards, and 1 touchdown.
And
he had 1 pick.
Yeah, like I said, that's what 259 all purpose. I mean, you have to factor in with quarterback like him because he runs.
To some extent, he only had 219 yards rushing last year, and that was in a. Come on, man, we don't even need to speak on this conference, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he probably was the best thing on that. I mean, I ain't gonna say that he's the best because I believe they got some like Silas Bowden, and I believe he got drafted. Let me make sure. I think he got drafted.
Who got drafted?
He transferred. He transferred. Yeah, he transferred. Yeah, he transferred.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're talking about now. Because like I said, Jordan Travis is not playing. And that's the quarterback that's supposed to be for the future or whatnot. So, I mean, like I said, looking at their schedule, break down their schedule a little bit. Okay, so Georgia Tech, I think Georgia Tech gonna sneak them for some reason. I just feel like overseas, time difference. It might be some jet lag. You know how players is. That jet lag probably mess with them.
And Georgia Tech actually, the one strength the thing I got a problem with them on defense. That front 7 kind of young and light. I watched a spring game a couple. I rewatched it today, but I watched it earlier, and that was the first thing I watched earlier this week. And that's the first thing I saw that was the issue. I think they were getting pushed around by their own offensive line. If that's the case, I don't think Georgia Tech got the super Florida State offensive line out there. You know what I mean?
But who playing offense these days?
But what I'm saying is, like, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
If Florida State goes against Georgia Tech, right, and Georgia Tech they struggle against their own offensive line, and I mean, which one you think gonna have a better offensive line, Florida State or Georgia Tech?
I'm gonna have to go Florida State. Better recruits.
Exactly. So what I think, but like I said, they probably trained up and gained some muscle, whatever, did something through the offseason. Because that was back in April. A lot of things can happen since then. So, but from what I saw, like they're gonna have issues on their front 7. against what Florida State got to offer, unless Florida State go over there and party and do some stupid stuff. But like, I think it's gonna be close just because of the reservations you have against with DJ. Because like I said, like you said, like you saw him when he was a freshman. He's a little bit different, but he's not that different. That's the big question mark of this whole game. And like Georgia Tech secondary is actually that's the actual strength of the defense right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I think that's how it's gonna stay close. That's because I can see him see a misread here, or they're gonna jump a route because I mean he dink a dunk. They could jump a route, and that's a pick six or something. You know, I could see something like that happening, especially week 0. Crazy stuff done happen. You know.
Yeah, and everybody watching you. Everybody hungry for some football.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're going to be worldwide televised at this point. You know, I mean, you're going to be worldwide televised. Nobody has anything else to do. Everybody waiting really on next weekend, but you play a week before to kind of get us hyped up. This is the football culture. This is this is what we've been praying for, ready to die for. Now it's coming up. I mean, can this guy actually come in and win this game? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I did watch a lot of. I'm actually right now watching a lot of film of DJ, just seeing him go through his progressions to some degree. But I don't know, T. I mean, for these type of quarterbacks, that don't push the ball down the field, I just can't believe in them. I really can't, because
I agree with you.
You got to stretch the field, because if they don't, you know how this go. You know, they're going to make them one-dimensional. He going to get out there and start just throwing the ball. He's just not a great thrower of the football to me. I don't care who coaching him up. I mean, I don't care if he went to the Peyton Manning camp for 5 years. He'll still kind of look the same to me. Big boy, though. Big boy, he like 6'4", you know what I'm saying? He like 6'4", about 250. So he's a big boy, but to me, the size doesn't matter. He just don't have the skill set to me. My personal opinion, just my prediction. I got Georgia Tech. I think sneaking them. I got to go for this.
Hey, like I said, I don't know. Like people saying they gonna cover what's gonna cover the spread. I don't know about that. I think this is a 7-point game.
I mean, the spread what?
Oh, let me see. I want to say. Let me make sure. No.
I'm curious what that spread is. I might go place me a bet. I might go get myself get me on up. Find a couple pennies in my car.
It says it's gonna be let's see.
I'm curious about that spread.
I don't know 66, but the quarterback fall scheme.
Whatever it is, Florida State ain't gonna cover.
They got a 10 point, 10 and a half.
I'll take that.
And they got over under 55 points, which I don't know about that. Oh, no. Let me clarify. I'm thinking about the old Georgia Tech. This is the slinging around Georgia Tech. So over 55 might be a good bet, because like if they're slinging around, and then if they start slinging around, either way you slinging around. Florida State known for secondary. I haven't even looked at the secondary, but they known for good secondary. I mean, no matter what.
Yeah, they've always had a good like I said, they always get those speedy kids from Florida. They always play secondary great.
And Marvin Jones Jr., he cold. He probably gonna be a top. He probably gonna be a third of top 3. Yeah, I say the top 3, top round pick. Third,
He opted out last year too, didn't it?
Yeah, so he healthy. He opted out. He healthy the whole nine. And
Yeah,
I saw some footage of him training, man. That cat fast, man. For a D lineman.
yeah. And then, I mean, to keep it all the way 100, they are an undefeated team.
Yeah, and like if they and they got snubbed, but like honest got truth. Now we both I'm a Texas and you are Alabama. We both got in there.
Yes, sir.
Technically, I don't be 100. If they would have blew out Louisville, I don't know if y'all would have made it. I don't be 100 because like the process of elimination at that point, you know.
Yeah. eh, I mean, it's one of them type of things, man. You know, like if I was, I mean, we didn't deserve to be in them. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, and it showed when we played Michigan, calling them goofy ass plays. So that kind of put us in a bind. So
Mm-hmm.
it's it was. I think the committee made the right decision. Let's just say that it didn't seem right at the time because everybody was like, man, they got snubbed, man. Like why they can't. But once they lost Jordan, it's just they was never the same team.
The offense was just because like they should have put 50 points. They should have literally put 50 points on Louisville. How they were playing, how Louisville was playing,
Mm-hmm.
and then it also helped when you was the only conference championship game in the elements. That hurt you. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because I was at the Big 12 championship game last year. I got pictures of the proof and everything. I was at that game, and like it was perfect conditions in the dome. Y'all, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, y'all was in Mercedes, you in Mercedes Benz. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
perfect conditions. You know what I'm saying? Like even Michigan was in perfect condition with the only one that wasn't in the perfect condition, but it didn't really matter was the Oregon was the Washington was it Washington Oregon? They had that conference championship game, right? I believe so. Anyway, the Pac-12 they don't matter no more. But like that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, I mean, the Florida State hurt. I mean that conference just hurt themselves, man. I mean technically they probably should have had that game. I don't know. Ain't no more domes. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean that ACC is a joke. So I mean, it's really nothing in the AC. Wait, I mean, what Clemson to be all the way, and what Notre Dame just got in there, right? Or they
I think
still
I
independent.
I still think they're independent, but like
I mean, basketball went ACC. I think it's been like
yeah
that for a while.
yeah. But like I'm looking at their schedule, right? When I was going through it, I saw seven more likely wins. Like Boston College, they going down to Tallahassee. Yeah, that's gonna be a win. Memphis,
No, no, bring
Boston
that back.
College,
Look at that time. Look at that time.
7:30
Yes, sir.
at Tallahassee.
I think they can beat them. They ain't undefeated down there.
What I'm saying, Florida. I'm saying
Oh,
Florida State gonna win that. That's a win for Florida State. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know. I don't know. I think it just. I mean, you know what? I take Boston College. Boston College has actually been pretty decent these last couple of
Yeah,
years.
they've been good, but what I'm saying, they're gonna be at home. That's the first home game. That's a Labor Day game too. Oh, they're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
hyped. Coming from a week zero to come on, they coming home. They're gonna be hyped. Okay, Memphis, that's gonna be a win.
When
California, I don't know what Berkeley is now. I do not know, but more
I
likely
mean,
that's
Cal gonna be battle tested too, though, bro, because you know they got Auburn. Cal play Auburn, and I want to say they play another. I know they play Auburn. I want to say week 2, week 3.
yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean,
so they're gonna be. I mean, so they're gonna be. You know, shit. They didn't came to the SEC a little bit. Then they got to go to Auburn. So we'll see how that kind of predict on that. But you're right though.
yeah. I mean, they going there. Them boys gonna be. Them boys gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be a bad situation for Cal. I don't see that. I don't see that. SMU. I mean, here's the thing, man. SMU get a lot of transfers. They get a lot of transfers,
Yes.
and that scheme. I believe Sonny Dyke's still there. I believe he's still there. Oh, no, not Sonny Dyke. What's that cat name? It's on the tip of my tongue. They run like a spread stuff and everything. That's gonna be a hard game, but I think they can win. They can win. Florida State can win that game. Clemson, what's up?
Yeah. I mean, I got them winning that game.
Clemson, I don't know. That's gonna be the game. That's probably one part to be the game of the year right there.
I mean, revenge is a revenge game.
Yeah.
You know, DJ can kind of come out. You know, DJ might play his best game versus Dabo.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be one of the candidates for game of the year. Duke, I don't know what Duke looked like after they coached up to A&M. I don't know how that's gonna look. Miami is sleeper. Miami can sneak up on everybody. They can sneak up on everybody because, like, look, last year I watched them play, and the quarterbacks was screwing up. They was throwing, they got to make that situation better, man. But that's a sleeper team. North Carolina, I don't know what they look like with because they quarterback's gone, and that's a young team now. Notre Dame.
I mean, but your old coach there, though, right?
Yeah. So they kind of can rebuild mode. So that's still a hard stretch. These 5 games, that's hard because you're going to Miami. Anything can happen there. You know what I mean? Duke, I don't know. We don't know what Duke look like at all. Clemson, revenge game. SMU, they don't have time for this one. You know what I mean? If they play SMU in September in the middle of the day, that heat different. In September, we in Texas. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I see 7 wins, but Notre Dame gonna be another hard game. Then this is nobody. Then Florida's always. We don't even know what Florida look like now. How they gonna look at the end of the year? You know what I mean? Because Florida one of them teams where now, especially now, they already kind of rebuilt. They done had some high ranks. You know what I mean? It just ain't hit that next level yet. I think that's the sleeper team in the SEC. Be real with you too. For the same reason, like with the transfer portal. So we talked about we even talked about the SEC, like how many contenders really is. Like they say Georgia and Texas because like the transfer, not transfer, but the depth. But like it's so many unknowns. But we could wait on talking about that later on. But like in this could easily be an undefeated year. This could easily be an 8-5 year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I forgot. Cal is in the ACC now. Cal and SMU in the ACC.
8-5, 8-4. I'm sorry, 8-4. It could easily be an 8-4 team.
Yeah, Cal just joined the ACC. Cal and SMU joined the ACC. I want to say.
I think Stafford did too. Don't quote me on
that. Yeah. Probably. No, I don't think. Did they?
I think they did.
Yeah, they did. They did. They most definitely did.
So I mean, like I said, ACC is that's a weird. So I mean, if we want to talk about conferences now, so because like we could. This is a game like to hold on, I ain't even looking. This is a game to I've actually like paid the most attention to, like to try to predict, because like I don't know. I don't know how, like, this could easily be a 31-24 game. It could easily be a 55-10 game. The first game, you know what I mean? I think Florida State gonna win though, just by the fact of their defense in a running game. Because like that's one thing that translates anywhere. You got good defense, you got good running game. You could take that into any venue, any, you know what I mean?
I guess if you say so. I mean, like I said, I just see it as you going over to Ireland. You've been practicing against each other. You haven't, like, it's not like they get a chance to joint practice and see the opposition too much. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just think that it's a good sneak game. I think it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game. I don't think it. I don't think it, I was saying I could see a blowout, but I can see a blowout just because of how Georgia Tech play how they offense run. They do a lot of throwing. And
Mhm.
do a lot of throwing against any Florida team. That's some recipe for disaster. You know how they get down. You start doing them more quick hitches all the time. They'll jump it. But I saw a lot of smoke screens and stuff from the spring game. When I saw a lot of smoke screens, a lot of you know drags and stuff like that. And that's a recipe. That's a recipe for disaster against a Florida State team that's known for having a good secondary.
True. I
So
mean, like you said, I mean they date back all the way from Jalen Ramsey all the way on up. I mean,
since
they've
Dion,
been known to accelerate at that position. But like I said, but they only accelerate from a certain position because they were still recruiting out of Florida. So with this transfer portal, like we spoke on, we don't know where these kids from now. Like they from everywhere. If you have one good year, you can come anywhere.
yeah. So that's I still think Florida State gonna win just because the defense and running game that translates. That translates. Hey, that's how a lot of championship teams stayed in play.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm gonna say this: if they can beat Georgia Tech in this kind of trap game a little bit, with everybody watching them, because like I said, this is practically a national championship with viewers because
Yeah.
everybody's watching. Like everybody of the college rankings are lined up. Some people might even barbecue because I'm barbecuing next week. I like to do it for my opener. So
Yeah, me too.
you're gonna have everybody barbecuing, just kind of just for the theme of college football and what college football stands for. So you're right. I think if they can get over this trap game, I mean I can see them going undefeated. I don't see them losing to nobody. Because
All
it'll
right.
be a head of steam at that point.
Yeah.
And I would like to see more of DJ. I just hope that the player that that I'm speaking of, that he doesn't come out in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't look scared. And that boy looked it bad, man. I ain't
Oh,
gonna hold
I
you.
agree. I agree.
I
I
mean,
agree.
usually when a freshman quarterback comes from out of something like that, they never really kind of come back to dominance again, especially when they wasn't accustomed to winning. And you know how it is with social media now. Like they run the kids out of, I mean, like they run them out to school now.
They do that, or it's either them or it's the local media get on it, man. It's wild out. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Because they'll run you out quick. It's not how it was back in the day. Hey, listen, we got this quarterback. We finna stick it out.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. The backup might see something if you want to try to get a spark, from here and there. But nah, I mean, it's just, but like I said, we'll see. This is his last year. I don't see him being drafted by anybody. I'm just telling you that I can look at a quarterback and just tell, like, just how,
Uh,
like,
I would slightly disagree. Man, look, do not underestimate because I mean he got the traits of being okay. It's really a lot of stuff is really between his head. You know what I mean? It's really a lot of mental. He was a first NIL big star type dude. We can't discount that. He was like literally the godfather of the big NIL dude, deal dude. He had that deal with like I believe he had a deal with Dr. Pepper. I believe he did all the Dr. Pepper commercials and stuff. So
yeah,
yeah,
but but then your boy also got I want to say, Manny, like the quarterback on your team on Texas. I think he got the first NIL deal, right?
I think he probably was like right after DJ. DJ was when NIL first hit. He was the first one to start doing. Excuse me. He was the first one to start doing that with Dr. Pepper. I think it with other people too. Hold on, let me get some water real quick. I got something.
You good?
Yeah, he was You remember those Dr. Pepper commercials, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember them. They came and they had left. He looked scared in there. He looked, he had stage fright in there.
Man, you crazy, boy.
Shit, I thought he was going, you know what I'm saying? I thought me paying attention, man, he looked like he was, oh man, he was scared in that.
Yeah, that's funny.
He just don't, I mean, some people just don't have it, man. And I just think he just don't have it. But like I said, this is a year for him to kind of make some of himself a little bit. I mean, we'll see how the guy kind of translates a little bit, against Georgia Tech. Really, to be honest with you, if they would have played Georgia Tech at home, I would have took Florida all day. I would have took Florida State all day. I think they would have rammed them. But it's just going over there to Ireland. It's just something about traveling over, jet lag, young kids. I know it's a business trip, but I mean, it's kind of predicated too on the coaches. Can the coaches get you ready to play? I think that's a big thing too, T. I think just the coaches have to come in and they have to get their mental right. Can they execute some of their plays? But if he starts the game off and I'm gonna say 3 to 4, 3 and outs, I'm gonna hit you on up and say, T, I told you.
Yeah, I'm not about to.
Cause that defense nasty. The defense is gonna be ferocious.
Yeah, man. Marvin Jones Jr. Man, that I don't know if they got him playing wild 9 or whatever, but that's gonna be they got a defense for you. But like I said, I'm with you on that. I'm definitely am with you on that because if he come out schemish, I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna be wrong. Well, I know I admit I'm wrong, but you SEC do you know this more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
The game is the trenches in the running game. It don't matter how good, how flying you are. People want to discount the running game, or whatever. I'm like this, man. It starts there. And Florida State they just got the advantage in there. I mean, and that's going to save the day, no matter how bad he look and stuff. Because if you could do that, then you could play the play action game. You could get that secondary bad mismatches and everything. Then the game become easier. And that's anybody. That's any quarterback. Mahomes even need that, a good running game to win. So I agree with you. Like, he does look schemish, but I think this is a lot of that pressure's off his back. I think he'll be all right. All he gotta do with that squad is be serviceable, and they could win. They could win 9 to 10 games easily. So some games I don't know, like the Notre Dame game, that's gonna be hard. You go to Notre Dame in November. You know what I mean? That's gonna be hard. Miami gonna be hard, and the Clemson game gonna be hard. Everything else, if you play that style, you could win most of these games. It's right now. It all factor in if DJ will play within the system, then shine when he needs to shine. It's that simple.
So do you see? Okay, so just quick question: do you see them in the playoffs? Because it's 12 teams. It's damn near March. I mean, it's March Madness now.
If you're in the top in that conference, matter of fact, we can look at the schedules right now. I got this stuff situated. So let me zoom this in. I get.
Because I think, to be honest with you, I think like 5 teams gonna come out the SEC.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see definitely 3 teams. The top 3 teams.
I see 5. I see 5.
Reason I'm saying that, right? Okay. I think the top 3 is definitely. You know what I mean? I think Big 12 will put 2 teams in. You know what I mean? I think Big 10 put 3.
But by the graces of God.
So right then, there's 8 teams. So you have the American Conference. They got automatic bid. So now it's three. So at that point, I can see Florida State, maybe Clemson, maybe Louisville. Louisville actually got they got a older squad too. So watch out for them. That's a sleeper team too. But like 5 teams out there, that would mean that it would be like 5 of them teams gotta have at least 10 to 9 wins. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, how would that? Because like okay, let's say the conference winner be in there. I mean, let's say with Texas schedule, we get 8 to 9 wins, right? With that schedule as is, just not no shenanigans or whatever. Just like let's say, because like the Oklahoma and Georgia game, I think that would be like a split because that's 2 hard games back to back. And they really want to beat Georgia ass. Georgia talking a lot of noise. Excuse my language, y'all. They talking a lot of noise. So
Well, you hold on real quick. Run that back real quick, man. I think I had dozed off. I probably had heard you wrong. Something wrong with my. I think my stuff over here started malfunctioning. I'm sorry. So you said that you see Clemson maybe beating Georgia?
I ain't saying no clip about Clemson.
Huh? Who you said?
I said Texas.
Man, listen, bro.
You think? Hey, I'm saying they talk a lot of noise. And man, dude, last time we played, I'm telling you, last time we played Georgia, we whooped that ass in the Sugar Bowl. Last time.
I mean, we really don't really do. You see, that's another thing too. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but in the SEC, we don't really count like the bowl games if they don't lead to championships.
I got you.
That's
So,
like really our thing. Like I'm not making no excuses. I'm not doing no BS. If you don't make it to the next, I mean, if you don't make it to the championship game, guys are not coming out playing hard. Guys are just gonna be like, okay, well, we're just gonna let you win. Like we have nothing else to do. They just getting ready. Either you got players getting ready for the Senior Bowl. You got some players probably just their mind is on training for the combine. If it ain't the national championship game, you ain't finna get the best out of a player, especially not the SEC.
but hear what I'm saying, dude. They were still talking noise. They always talking noise.
I think Georgia would kill. I mean, Georgia would kill Texas.
Okay, but hold on. So you mean to tell me? You know what? I'll give you that. After playing Oklahoma, no matter how that game goes, Texas is gonna be on. They use that game usually be a letdown traditionally, be kind of let down one way or the other. Either not like I said letdown, it'd be kind of like okay. Let me clarify. If Texas lose against OU, God help the next team. Unless that's just a bad year of them, you know what I mean? They usually win that game, but after they win, especially they beat them in like a shootout type situation, where a lot of them games end up being, the next game tends to be kind of hard. Because I remember one year, we had beat OU. I believe they played Kansas. They played the Kansas or Kansas State. It ended up being like a weird game. You know what I mean? So Georgia can get. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't be 100. You just because like they've been like talking noise. If they didn't talk noise, I'd be like, all right, Georgia might sneak us. But I don't think it's gonna be a blowout on that. Me personally.
Texas, true enough, they're a good team. They coming over, they're fresh. Like I said, that's usually how teams look. They look pretty decent that first year, but and Texas plays Georgia this year. So
yeah, we right after Oklahoma.
But Georgia got a gauntlet though. Like Texas' schedule is so easy. It's like a cake. It's probably the easiest schedule I think I've seen in a very long time. I think it's one of the easiest. It's a cupcake schedule. So
put it in perspective. All right, since we talking about Texas, when you you got to factor in. We have rivalries with Arkansas. The easiest part is we got Vanderbilt and Kentucky late. Kentucky,
Yes,
you know,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
those are good. But we playing Florida, Georgia, and Arkansas. No matter how y'all think about Arkansas, because y'all have good reason to think about Arkansas in like a negative way because like they ain't did anything. Be 100. But against us, that's old school Southwest Conference, and like we share like everybody kind of like that's back in the day when everybody kind of like what's the word, recruiting the same area like North Texas and stuff like that. So it's a lot of Arkansas. You probably seen it yourself. There's a lot of Arkansas folks out here. So that's a tricky game, and of course A&M. That's gonna be my theory is if we get to at least 9 wins before the A&M game, we'll be in the playoffs. Just because of the Georgia and just because of the OU, because OU got hard. Yeah, they got y'all in Tennessee, and those are 2 hard games. You know what I mean?
and shit. And then I think they got Auburn too. But
Oh
y'all
yeah,
got Michigan too. I mean,
yeah.
y'all got Michigan this year too. Y'all got Michigan like second game of the season. So I think that, you know, just because of the strength of schedule, if you can pull off a couple of them games, you know how it go. Y'all gonna get in there. Yeah. I mean, it's 12 teams. I mean, with a gauntlet like that,
I thought it was 14 teams.
yeah, I mean, y'all have a lot of. I mean, outside of Michigan, man. Yeah, I mean, our first 6 games, man, are pretty good leading up into the Red Rivalry here in Dallas. So, you know, it's I mean, it's a good chance y'all could be 6-0 to some extent. I think y'all gonna walk right into Michigan and beat them. I can see y'all walking in there just kicking them right in the butt.
Yeah, the speed, man. That speed is crazy. But they kept a lot of their secondary, so that's gonna be interesting. And they got and them losing the coach and stuff, and they about to get hit with sanctions. I don't like it. That's a weird one.
I mean, now you see the thing of like the butt of y'all schedule. This is the thing though, because y'all have that stretch after you after you leave the Red River Rivalry in Dallas, you got Georgia coming to your house. And the Red River Rivalry is really a home game for y'all, to be honest with you. I know they in Austin. I get all that. It's 2 or 3 hours away, but it's still Texas. So y'all have that. Like, I think after those 2 games, it's going to show me who Texas is.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to show me because that's back-to-back weeks. And then, like I said, then you got a drop-off. You got, Vanderbilt. You should be able to – man, Vanderbilt going to be up there folding quilts. And building steamrolls. Vanderbilt is the Stanford of the South. So that's they've never been known for no good football team. Not at all. But like I said, after you get through with that, you got Florida, but Florida just ain't been good. Florida has been real shaky. And then you go into, like you said, I mean, you put so much emphasis on Arkansas. Arkansas has been the doormat to every team since the last time that they was good, bro. To be honest with you, Darren McFadden and Felix Jones was there.
Yep.
Could you remember that?
Yeah. I mean,
that's the last time they was actually somewhat of a powerhouse and people had to play them. And we talking about that's back like when in 07, 08.
Mm-hmm.
But
they known for sneaking. They known for sneaking cats. So I mean, I believe they snuck LSU one year. They had a good run and they snuck them. You know what I mean?
I mean, well, in the SEC, I always tell you, I said in the SEC, like you just don't know when you go into somebody's like backyard, they can do anything to you. I mean, you go into their backyard, you never know. But I know y'all going to Arkansas, but I just feel like, were you telling me something that I didn't know about, like what Arkansas kind of stands for y'all? Like I didn't know Arkansas was a big thing until now.
That's like, look, man. Remember when they had Matt Jones and they snuck us like we had?
Matt Jones was big boy. Yeah, Matt Jones went and played wide receiver for the Jaguars. Yeah.
He was playing. I believe he was tight end. No, but yeah, that's a whole nother subject.
No, wide receiver. I mean, he was wide receiver.
Okay, maybe like, but like like I said that they snuck like they have a weird way of like lately because I believe that's the year we had Applewhite and we had Applewhite and I want to say Chris Sims was on the squad, and I think Applewhite got hurt and Sims played and like Matt Jones. I was over my homeboy house. We was over there, shit, had the drinks going around. We over there, what me and like one of my classmates. He ended up graduating from UT. Both two of my classmates graduated from UT, and we was over here we was there watching the game, right? But just cussing because like they just forgot how to tackle. I mean, it's weird things happen against Arkansas lately. Like they just forget how to tackle, or all of a sudden, like they just change their whole playbook against us. That's one of them type of teams that they'll be like this wishbone offense or whatever, and all of a sudden they in shotgun slinging around. We're like, where this come from? You know what I mean? Arkansas is known for doing that against us. That's why I'm like, I have trepidation against playing Arkansas as a UT fan.
Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, then I gotta put Ryan Mallett was there too. R.I.P. to Ryan Mallett. Ryan Mallett was there too. The big statue. Well, we called him the big statue.
Yeah, he was a statue.
Like 6'6". Yeah, you like 6'6", slanging that thing. Went to the Patriots for a minute.
Man, I forgot about him passing away. When that happened?
I want to say what 2 years, a year. Well, I'm say what things go by. So I want to say 2 years ago. I think it was from like a boat he drowned or something like that. Something happened. Yeah, something happened like of that effect. I know something around. He was around a boat or something like that. Right there. So that's how that had happened. But yeah, like I said, they've been going through like they had a quick resurgence a little bit. They started beating a couple of people, but like I said, Arkansas, Arkansas gonna always be Arkansas no matter what. So
yeah,
but like I said, I look forward to just seeing what this season brings. That's just breaking down Texas, schedule. But Texas got a gauntlet in a way, like I said, it certain games here and there, but whenever you play Vanderbilt and you play Kentucky, I think that you're not. Hold on, boo. Yeah, baby came in. I'm sorry, y'all. Baby came in for a minute. But like I said, I just see it as what it is, bro. I mean, I don't see really no big thing with y'all playing them, but you telling me is a thing, I guess is a thing. But I know one thing: Vanderbilt and Kentucky ain't no.
That should be wins. I'm with you on that.
And then the crazy thing about it, y'all going to Vandy, so y'all probably just going up there to set up a tent.
Oh, God damn! Boy, you disrespectful. I'm being very polite, man, because we just came in. You heard me? You being disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just keeping it all the way. Listen, I'm keeping it all the way 100. I can't see no reasoning for y'all. Like I said, you have a lot of Mississippi. You see, this is the thing. You don't have to go into a lot of these teams. The only team you have to go and go see is Vanderbilt. Now, the bad thing about that is you're going to be on that road next year.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be on that road next year. You're going to have to go to Georgia, probably going to relate. Because to me, y'all have more of an East schedule, even though we don't do East and West no more. So
I think they're going to change that. Especially, don't let Clemson, because there was a rumor that Clemson and Florida State in Louisville and them talking about like, hey, let's make a whole big conference. That's gonna be a killer conference, dude. You get all those rivalries.
Yeah, nobody. It's. I mean, like I said, the only thing matters us. The SEC. It doesn't.
Man, hey, this game right here. You see that?
I see it. Yeah, next week. Georgia going. Hey, listen, in Georgia at home. Athens right there by Atlanta.
But you know how that game is, but Clemson is everybody. They all from the same neighborhoods and stuff. You know how that goes.
Yeah, they finna whoop Clemson, man. They finna go across Clemson head. Dabo Sweet ain't had. Them boys looked terrible the last 2 years.
I agree, but I don't know, man.
Kirby Smart gonna have them ready to play. So don't even worry yourself about that. Kirby Smart gonna have them ready to play. Whatever the spread is, I'll take it.
That's a wild game there.
No, it ain't. That's a whooping. That's a beatdown.
Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be a win. Oh, this is a good game too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good one.
that's a good game too. Then that ball gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game too.
I think LSU lost the last 4 home openers.
Yeah, but I mean that late bloom, but like that USC. I know we ain't talking about Big Ten, right? I know we ain't talking about that yet.
Stat eaters, a stat eater over there.
Man, I'm telling you, if they gotta go Wisconsin, they gotta go anywhere on that Minnesota, Wisconsin, or any of them teams in the cold, in that snow, hang it up. Y'all get ready to go to Sun Bowl.
No. I mean, you talking about LSU?
I'm talking about USC in the Big Ten.
Oh, USC, bro. I mean, like I said, they have a coach that produces nothing but Heisman Trophy winners. He's a stat eater. He's not a winner. He's a stat eater. When it matters the most, he does not come up. He always comes up short.
Yeah, that's
Lincoln Riley, right?
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, stat eater.
Yeah, I mean, them going to I get it. I get why they went to the Big Ten. I get that, but like, oh man, y'all.
You said who went to the Big Ten?
USC,
Yeah.
Oregon, USC, Oregon. I believe. And Washington, USC, Oregon, Washington, UCLA. They all went to the Big Ten. Big Ten gonna be cold. That's a cold conference soon. Because that's a cold conference on just because of you adding them with the Michigans and Ohio States. So that's a good what? I mean, Wisconsin just lose late, but they stay competitive for most of the year. And then Iowa got defense. That's one thing Iowa keep. They keep that damn defense. No offense.
Yeah, defense and tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense and tight ends. That's guaranteed. They're gonna stay with a tight end.
And that tight end gonna I think Noah Fant came from Iowa, right?
They actually, believe it or not, they had 2 first-round picks that went at tight end that same year.
Yep.
I want to say Noah Fant and who else?
They keep a good running back too. Them Iowa State, they keep good running backs.
Yeah, Iowa State. Yeah, Iowa State gonna keep a good. Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
See, that's go ahead, my bad.
I mean, you going down too far, man. You giving them too much, man. Don't give them too much on the first show, man. You giving them too much.
All right, my bad.
Yeah. Let's keep it at week 1, man.
All right.
Week 1, like you said, look like a lot of cupcakes. The only 2 teams is really playing somebody. You got LSU versus USC. They're going to Las Vegas. And then you got Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. That'll be a good opening up game. But Notre Dame don't really scare me, but we'll see.
In this game, these 2 games too. Yeah. You know, hey, you grew up. You remember those old Miami versus Florida games? Man.
Oh, Number popping.
Back when Jonathan Vilma and all them, man. Shoot. I think they had like Chris Leak that one of them years.
Yeah, Chris Leak was there. Yeah, Chris Leak was there.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I think they had like was it Demps? They had a running back. What was that running back name of Florida?
Yeah, Demps. Will Demps.
Yeah, Will Demps. I know that, like, I think that was the year like Wiz McGahee and all. That's the last time I actually saw a live game from Florida State. Florida versus Miami. Because they had that's back when they had like Jonathan Vilma. I believe they had Philip Buchanan was still on the team.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of people. They had Sean Taylor was on that team too, right?
Yeah, I would say Sean Taylor. I want to say
because him and Ed played at the same time.
Yeah. Him and Ed was there. Sean Taylor,
Clintus Portis, CP.
Was it Najee Davenport? Yeah. Come on, man.
Najee Davenport was there. Who else they had? Man, like I said, they just bro, they would just squad up every time you see them. They would squad up.
It was a receiver from Florida.
Frank Gore was there too.
Was that Peerless Price that was on that team? I think Peerless Price was on that Florida team.
You said Peerless Price?
Let me see. Let me make sure. I think
No, Peerless Price went to Tennessee.
that's right. It's somebody else. Let me go. You keep on talking. It's
Um, I mean, I'm trying to see everybody that was on them teams, around them time. But no, they was loaded, man. You had Jeremy Shockey too. I think Jeremy Shockey a little late. Well, it was around that time. I mean, you talking about the Dorsey days, right?
yeah, Ken Dorsey now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was Chris Leak was on them teams. Yeah, it was Chris Leak kind of coming on in there. And Rex Grossman came in, I want to say right after him.
Rex Grossman. Yeah, Rex Grossman.
Yeah. He went to a Super Bowl, so they got to give my boy some type of credit. He wasn't that good, but hey, he did enough.
Okay.
Yeah, he did enough.
Oh, yeah, Quant. Okay.
I think Antrell Rose was later.
Yeah, Antrell Rose, he was like a freshman on that squad, I believe. He was. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of people. I mean, like I said, Frank Gore was on that squad too.
Yep. That's
Willis.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was gonna say Willis McGahee, he had tore his ACL. I want to say fucked his knee. I don't think he. No, my fault.
Yeah,
I don't think. I mean, I want to say something with the knee, but I don't think he tore his ACL. But he got hurt real bad, and I remember Buffalo picking him up at 23. It was in the national championship game that they had lost to Ohio State that year. You remember?
Yeah.
You know when they had what old boy name was that was doing all that stealing for Ohio State running back?
Oh. He have a podcast now.
I mean, he a businessman now. I mean, he done changed his life around.
Oh, what's that dude name? He got caught up in trying to get.
Yeah, he ended up going to like Denver and got cut.
No, I thought it was the Browns.
No, Denver. Denver had him. Denver had him.
Dang, what's on my
man? What is his name? God, we thinking about guys that played back then. Because there was a team that had beat them.
Yeah, he was the first. He challenged the 3-year rule. I remember that dude name.
What is his name?
Man. Yeah.
Let me see. I can look it up right quick. Hold on. Maurice what? What was it?
Maurice Clarett.
Maurice Clarett. I remember that first name because I had thought about it because I remember, God forgive me, but 2 Chainz had said I carry more bangers than Maurice. I forgot. I was like, okay.
You know what? Hey, we dead wrong. We didn't even talk about Andre Johnson. Yeah, he was on that squad. We dead ass wrong.
Oh yeah, I mean, man, bro, they had a lot of people on that squad.
Yeah.
And then if they would have waited a little while, man, they would have got Reggie Wayne on there too.
Was Reggie
Wayne left probably like 2 years, I think a year or two before that.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne was on that team where they beat Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came. He probably like 2 or 3 years before. Man, they was squad up. I think that was like the greatest. Wait, Vince Wilfork was on that team, right?
Yeah, I believe so. William Joseph, my bad. No, it was William Joseph. It wasn't Vince Wilfork.
Okay. Because I was like, man, like they had, like they just.
Kellen Winslow. Kellen Winslow was the other. Because Washington came later. I remember that. That was Kevin Winslow. Oh yeah, Roscoe Parrish. Remember Roscoe Parrish?
Oh yeah. Roscoe was fast.
And Kevin Beard, he was fast too. They had squad.
Yeah, they had a lot of speed on that team, man. Like I said, over the years, they kept on capitalizing. You got Devin Hester come down the pipeline. They just never stopped turning.
Vince Wilfork was on there. Yeah. It was just another kid.
Okay.
On there too. Yeah, it was. Yeah, William Joseph. I forgot like I said, they had a killer. And Jerome Leduc. All these cats went.
I mean, you couldn't even run on them.
And you know what's so crazy? They ran a basic ass scheme too. Their scheme was so basic I formation, trap, and ISO, and skinny posts. They didn't really do too much of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just let the I mean, let the
Athletes play.
athletes, yeah,
Yeah.
let them, unleash them. Like you don't have to. They gonna turn it on. Like you get a couple blocks up there, you pretty straight, you good. They had and then like I said, then you look down the road too. We talking about just Miami in general. Greg Olsen transferred there. You got Jeremy Shockey. And Shockey won the Super Bowl with New York Giants. I don't think he was playing, but he was on the team. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was around. Yeah, he was around the team. So it's kind of how that thing that go. But oh yeah, most definitely, bro.
But this is a legendary game just for the history of the two teams. I think that's gonna be a sneaky good game because they gonna be playing hard. They're gonna be playing hard because that's a I believe they doing the Governor Cup still, right, with the three big major teams.
Yeah. Man, listen, I've been to Gainesville before. Man, Gainesville is, bro, that humidity that's leaking out from their pine trees they got, man, it's unbearable.
And and what they do too, man. I remember watching the old SEC games. They'll water that grass on that field so much. you go there, you can see the water just coming up when people run. It's a trippy out where I see that. You remember back in the day, you used to do that. I don't know if they still do it though.
Well, no, I mean, I think they went through some rain at that time. I think it was rain, and then I think there were like rain games a little bit too. And then they still had played on them, but they was, bro, that swamp. I told you, I've been down there one time, Gainesville. I never go back. It's a hostile environment. I wouldn't say it's like Death Valley. Now Death Valley interesting too now, but
that's like a big party.
Yeah, Baton Rouge like that. I mean, that's a different dog. But Gainesville, Florida.
I'm telling you right now, though, as a Texas fan, we owe LSU one. I'm surprised they didn't sneak that in the schedule, man. For real talk.
I mean, LSU just an offensive team at this point, dog. No defense at all.
But we owe them one though, because you remember when they played us that year, we was the only one stood on business against them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else got drugged up out there. And we didn't get them that next year when Burrow and them left. Mm-hmm. Still upset about that, but we in the SEC now. We might see them a little later on. We owe them one. Especially man, got a co-worker at work. He a LSU fan. I like to
Oh, I love him. I love him. Hey, listen, we need him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need him on the show. And then you got a couple Texas fans in there too. Yeah. Some haters.
Oh, I have been hating when we beat. No, man, y'all been hating on us for what years? Like, oh, y'all Texas.
I mean, what's the name? The one that be hating? The woman.
You talking about you? Oh man, let's not put the names out. Yeah, no, she cool, man. But cool. but Bama though, man, y'all just talk too much noise, man. And especially after the year before, when the refs literally gave y'all that game. They literally gave. I'm telling you right now, because I got inside information. I tell you right now, man. We were ready for that. We were ready for y'all that last year when we played y'all. We were ready. We were like, all right, yeah, we gonna come over here. We gonna embarrass your ass. I ain't been the same after that game.
I wouldn't say that we actually got better,
man.
Because hey, really, T, if you really want to talk about it, Jalen Morrow turned the ball over 2 to 3 times in that game, and we still stood a chance to win. That's not a good chance for y'all. When a team turns the ball over and y'all still on the brink of maybe losing, that's not good to escape out. I'm sorry. I know you want to say what you're gonna say, but I'm just telling you that's not a good look. And you know it's not. You know better.
Man, look, we all literally had all the advantage. We pretty much Bijan, our biggest running back was gone in the draft. We had an unknown. We didn't really have an unknown. We had somebody that's untested at running back at that time. Ended up becoming damn near a Heisman Trophy before he got hurt. A winner before he got hurt. We had we didn't have no business doing what we did to y'all. At just straight up. Let me be 100 you. Who comes to Tuscaloosa on prime time and beat y'all?
A lot of people.
Other than Auburn.
No, a lot of people. I mean, we don't play that good at home. Johnny Manziel came in there and took our heart out of like Bama at home. Don't play that good, bro. Believe it or not, we're not a great home team. I mean, all the championships, you gotta look back in the history. We're known for getting knocked out in prime time at nighttime. I hate to play at night. Tennessee come through the like I said, bro. We found ways to lose a lot of those games. We're not that team that when you go over there to Bama, you gonna look. No. Matter of fact, I'm scared when we at home. I don't even really watch the game because we play so bad at home because it's. You see, this is the thing. The reason why we play so bad at home is because of the simple fact of you got so many people coming in. You got a place like Tuscaloosa. I stayed in Tuscaloosa for 3 to 4 years. So a place like that, when it packs out, it's already a city. I'm gonna say with the schools, everything put all together. You might have, maybe 20 to 30,000 people, maybe, right? I'm just giving a rough estimate, right?
I was thinking up to 100,000 just because of the school.
No. I mean, hear me out.
Yeah.
With all the schools, no, I'm just giving you it might be. I mean, well, let's say 50,000 without, but when the game comes, man, you talking about almost 500,000 people loading in.
Yeah.
Only 110,000 can go to the game.
So
you got like another 100 or 200,000 out there tailgating, and then you ain't speaking of all the people that the whole state comes. You talking about a worldwide thing. When LSU played Alabama, you remember that year when number 1 played number 2.
Yeah.
This is the year Trent Richardson was there. You had all the NFL prospects. Dante Hightower was there. It was a big time game.
I think that's the year. Hold up.
Because we lost. I mean, we lost that game by 3 points.
I think was it Julio on that team?
No, I don't think Julio was on that team.
Oh, Trent Richardson. It was some receivers that came out with Trent Richardson.
It wasn't Amari Cooper, I don't think.
Amari Cooper a little later.
Yeah. No. Well, no. I mean, I think Julio wasn't on that team. I think, but AJ McCarron was there, though, I want to say.
Yeah. I know he was on that team.
Yeah, AJ was there. I think with AJ last year. I think Julio just left before that. I could be wrong. Somebody could quote me.
Was that the year we played y'all in the national championship? Is that same year?
No, because we played LSU that year in the championship.
Yeah. They did a rematch.
Rematch. Yeah. And then Bama ended up beating them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then because you remember LSU had the Honey Badger, they had Tyrann Matthews.
Yeah, it was like a 9 to 6. Oh, I think they had what's the running? Did they have a running back then?
Man, they had average running backs then. They had like who they had? They had
Fournette wasn't there yet. I don't think.
No. I mean he down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, when we had played them, big bro, like I said, it was a different type of setup that we had, a different game. But we lost to them that night. It's just.
Was it like 9 to 6 or something? Was it like 9 to 6 or some crazy?
Yeah.
Song?
Yeah, 9 to 6, and we only beat them because we was able to do like the pitch, like it was like a lateral. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like LSU had a lateral that we didn't see, and they started running it.
And they did a power toss. I know what you're talking about. That old power toss, run, play. Yeah.
Yeah. So so when they was running, you know how it was. Les Miles was old school. Les Miles was straight. I want to get it. I want to run it down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was like that. Defense had all those players on it because you had Tyrann Mathieu in the backfield. Also, you had
the dude we drafted. It was that cornerback we drafted from them.
Yeah, Claiborne.
Yeah, Maurice Claiborne. Was it Maurice Claiborne?
Maurice Claiborne and Eric Reed was there.
Eric Reed. Yeah, he was.
Eric Reed. They end up, kneeling with Kaepernick. So
yeah, he ended up going to San Francisco because we okay. That's all right. I'll give.
Yeah, they had a squad, bro. They had a squad.
They had some defensive linemen too. I can remember.
Oh, bro, they had a. They had a squad.
Yeah, they had everybody.
Yeah, they had a squad, bro. It was number 1 versus number 2, dog. It was the worst. It was the worst rematch I ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even though we won, I never took no credit for that game because I didn't want to see no rematch. I wanted to see somebody else get in there. And peep this out. This is what ended up happening, right? Oklahoma State ended up losing. This is the year they had Brandon Weeden, right? And they had what old boy name was the drunk Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman.
The wide receiver, yeah. They kept on getting drunk. He couldn't. Man, the boy, listen.
Yeah,
that boy drunk more than the fish
I
did.
think they had a running back we had got too. That one that was stealing too. They had him. I'm over that year.
Yeah, then they dropped the game and then they tried to blow out Oklahoma that year. I think they blew out it was the rivalry game.
Yeah.
They had blew them out, but they had lost the week before. And then that's when they was like, well, we're not gonna throw them in the game. I was like, man, I don't want to see Bama versus LSU again. Like I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even want to see us playing that. Like I was the only person. Like
you was definitely the minority in that one. Because
I just wanted to see a different style. I felt like LSU did everything they needed to do to get there. You know, the way how our conference worked for so many years, whoever wins the SEC championship game, that's the champion.
Yeah.
It ain't no repeat. You don't play nobody within the conference again. It doesn't happen like that again. Like whoever wins that game, they get to go play less fortunate teams and beat the dog out of them. Just simple as that. Like you didn't came in Bama. I was there that night. LeBron James was there that night, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't staying at this. I had went back up there because I had left after the tornado had happened. And I went up there, and that thing was just booming, man. I had stayed with my my homeboy at that time. He had a house. And I was like, bro, I need someone. He's like, yeah, man, just come on, just run on back. Because I just moved from up there previous that year. It was a tornado that came through there. Barack Obama came down and it was like a level 4. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It tore the whole city up in Tuscaloosa. Obama came down in the middle of the streets. I seen Obama. And
that gotta be like in 2010, 2011.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was my last ship that I had to move back home to Montgomery that year. But yeah, that was that year I came back on up there. My homeboy had a house. He still had a house up there that didn't get blown away by the tornado. So because my apartment had got damaged by the tornado, they just closed it down. So I end up coming on out of there. I just remember that night game. The night game was just crazy, man. I watched the whole game. Went out there, tailgated. You know, one thing I'm gonna say, if you never been to a tailgate with LSU, you'll go crazy.
I heard Ole Miss tailgate is crazy too.
No, it's not. It's a lot of words. Crazy is not the only thing. I think you need to protect yourself. Make sure you carry some weaponry.
Oh, hold on. In Ole Miss?
Yeah, man, you need to be John Wick.
Oh, that was like that?
Yeah. I mean, do you have John Wick in you? Yes or no?
Yo, man, look, hey, I'm a Texan, so you know.
Man, I don't care about all that. I said, do you have some John Wick in you?
Man, look, hey,
I mean, do you have Blade in you? Do you have Wesley Snipes?
Man, look, I'm not going to incriminate myself on the internet, man. So yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone, home.
I mean, even incriminating yourself, man. Are you equipped to handle some things, man? I'm telling you, man. When you go, Ole Miss is a different. Matter of fact, if you do not believe me, if everybody knows, whoever's listening, whoever's going to listen later on, go back and look. I want to say they did the documentary on Ole Miss. I can't think of. It was. I mean, it could have been a 30 for 30. I don't know. I just remember ESPN did a story. Right. This is a true fact. I have to pull this back on up. I would not speak nothing. I got a lot of problems telling the truth ain't one. Now listen. I remember when the guy went out there, he was just filming something. I forgot what it was. I mean, like I said, it's still up. Of course, it was something featured by ESPN. They was still chanting the Confederate song.
Oh.
They had to tell them to pipe down because it was somebody from ESPN. They didn't want that type of, that stigma around them. When they did that, the dude was like, they still chanted. And they asked him, they They was willing to pay this dude not to say that. He said, "Man, I got to give my honest opinion what happened." So he was there doing a story on the campus about I can't remember what the story had detail. I have to look it on up T. I find it. But I remember this happened.
I remember there was a story about when the first the first people that was integrating. I remember that 30 for 30. They were talking about that. So was there a more recent situation that going on?
No, I mean it probably was. I'm looking right now. Hold on.
Because I remember that 30 for 30 because it was talking about how the history, like one of the first people that integrate was that cat. It was like 1960. It was a cat that went to Ole Miss.
That's it. I got it. 2012. Ghosts of Ole Miss. Anybody out there? Go out there and go watch that right now.
I remember.
Yes. So watch that story. Yeah, Ghosts of Ole Miss. That's the name of it. The 30 for 30. Yes, sir.
Have you been? Oxford? Was it Oxford? Was it Oxford?
Oxford. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Oxford one time, but you see, this is the thing. When you go out of town, a lot of time, the way how we do it, sometimes we'll tailgate. If I know somebody there that came to tailgate, I go to the tailgate. But if I don't, we'll kind of just camp on up. We'll probably stay in the city down. Because at that time when I was going, tickets was cheap. You know, I mean, bro, of course, inflation hit like crazy.
Relatively cheap. I got you.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like I want to say, bro, we paid probably like $70-$80, and went, and you see my partner, which I call my brother. I don't use that term very loosely. My brother, he was in a fraternity, so he was able to connect with some people over there, and we usually just go to them parties. You know what I'm saying? He'll get me in on them parties. So it'll be like that, and we just kind of go from there a little bit. So I went to like they little gatherings, but those gatherings was only socialized with us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean it was that type of thing. So I didn't get a chance to interact or do anything like that with them. So yeah, I mean that it is, man. Shit, the Ghost of Ole Miss, dog. Like, yeah, they the guy was explaining. I remember it vivid like it was yesterday. I remember him talking about it and him on the campus, and he was like, they started chanting. And he was like, the guy was, and then like I said, this was a Caucasian guy filming. He was looking like, why y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all doing this? Like, come on.
Oh, it was recently that was chanting it?
No. This was 2012. It's still modern day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking. Okay, let me clarify this.
Yeah,
I'm thinking you talking about this. That's a documentary from when the first dude integrated at that school, right, for the football, right?
Yes, but it took place in 2012. He was on the campus at that time, that day.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that. I didn't remember that scene.
Yes, sir. Watch it again, and then you tell me. I mean, he basically said the guy that's narrating it and the guy that went down there. He was there for a game. I think just looking around, he was basically speeding up the time. So I think he went from like when it did integrate it to where is it at now? I think that's how they put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they put it like it started here, but like this happened back in the the 60s. The 60s, I think this happened.
Yeah. I think I want to say that was the first team that integrated. That was the first team that 60s. That was 1960, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, his point of emphasis that he was trying to make in the article that he was writing was this happened in the 60s. It's 2010 and up, and we still dealing with the same problem. So that's what I'm saying. That I'm telling you, that's what he said. He was just like, oh my God. He was like, because he's like they started chanting it, and it took for I want to say some of the school. I want to say some of the people on campus too.
1967.
Okay, 67. So I'm right on the head.
Yeah. I knew it was early. I knew it was like real, like in the 60s.
So he's showing almost, I'm gonna say, give or take 40 years, 42 years later, that we still dealing with the same thing. Like when they was chanting it and they calmed down chanting it. And I think that kind of put a real bad taste on them at that time. But you know how it was, a lot of stuff didn't transpire up to that point because I think they really would have been, it would have been televised. It would have been social media would have ate that up.
Mm-hmm.
So that it was good they did do that 30 for 30 in 2012 when social media wasn't ramped up. And also a lot of people wasn't, they was watching ESPN a little bit, but people was mostly going into streaming services. Netflix picked up. There's a lot of other excuses why, and everybody couldn't afford ESPN back then either. Well, I'm gonna say this: it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
They do that. So one of them type of thing, but no. But back to what we were saying before we get sidetracked. LSU. Oh my God, brother! When I tell you those are the most giving people in the world, when they cook that jambalaya, when they got that gumbo, man, bro, you can walk around. They just got bowls. They just giving it to you. This lady was frying chicken. I listen. I called. If John Weatherspoon was still alive, I would want to slap my mom.
Oh yeah, LSU, yeah, they cook there. You know how they go down.
LSU, when they come, I don't care what color you are, the facet, dog, they love you. And this is from experience. Every time LSU come, I'm trying to run up to an RV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running up to a tent. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm coming up there like Tupac when he was Lucky in Poetic Justice. Cousin, what's up, cousin?
Hey, cousin.
I'm begging. I ain't too proud. Listen what he said. I ain't too proud to beg.
I don't blame you, homie.
Bro, T, let me tell you something, man. The best if you get a chance,
especially it's cold and they got that gumbo, they got that rule. Come on, man. I don't even...
Bro, ain't nothing about being cold. We in the South. We don't necessarily get. It's
come on. Like we hit November.
It get average. It get average.
Yeah,
it ain't.
Ain't no 20 degrees snowing. Ain't no Big Ten football. But you know what I mean. You get that little wind, that little jet stream hit, and it's nighttime. Come on, dude. You know what time it is. We, like I said, we from the South. 50 degrees is cold.
man, when LSU go to Austin, we gonna take that trip. I told you this year, man, we got to go to a game this year.
Yeah, I just got the lick on the OU, the Red River tickets, man. For me and my nephew, they talking about 600. I'm like, hey,
what?
Yeah, hey, everybody, it's wild now. Cause I mean, you got. I paid for me and my old lady when we went. This is I want to say 2018, 2019, 2018, one around that. Yeah. Oh, that was when Kyler Murray was playing with OU. So that had to be 2018, right? Yeah. That's beside the point.
Yeah, Heisman Trophy year. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we me and her, it was like $300 for both of us, and we was like in the end zone. You know what I mean? Last year for just me with the group I go with, I just had to pay like $150 for end zone tickets. I'm talking about, if I showed you these pictures, you'd think I was a cameraman. I was right by Bevo and stuff. So what, I don't know what's going on with the SEC or pricing or whatever, or if it's inflation. They talking about $600 for 2 tickets now.
Bro, listen to me. Tickets have went up in the last 7 years like no other. When people found out that you can continue to resell, and you got people willing to buy it, I mean, there's an audience out there for it. Somebody gonna take them. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't sell their tickets until an hour within the game. You know what I'm saying? You got people like, man, hey man, we just gonna go.
But I mean, this is coming from somebody, I don't want to go deep in that, but like Yeah, I mean, last year I was. Hear me out. I was literally in the end zone for $150.
Yeah, yeah,
Two tickets and like we just in the corner. And it's $600. That tells you just everything that went up. But that's a whole nother subject. We could get deep in that.
yeah.
But
But
like,
but I mean, the only good thing, I had to cut you off, but the only good thing you got going for yourself too, you need to tell the people what else is going on down there. Why are you down there watching the game? Tell the people what else you down there doing. What else is taking place at that time, T?
man, that game. But honestly, true. I think that game is higher because they made an afternoon game, so it's gonna be a little while. Because this how Red River is. Red River is literally you wake up at 5:30 in the morning. You go to we got train in the Metroplex now. We got train stations in literally each part of the city now, at each city. So we go up there, go get the we got like it's a donut place we go get. I know the place we go get. We eat the donuts on the train, drink on the train, which we probably shouldn't be doing, but we drink on the train because we buy the shop bottles and everything. We had that on deck. We go to the fair, drink at the fair. So basically, it's a drink fest until you leave that bitch. You feel me?
No. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you just told the people what they need to hear. The fair is going on at the same time.
The fair is going on.
You got the fair. I didn't even know that until I've only been here for like 2.5 years, right? And I was driving Lyft, and I was like, I didn't even know the Red River. I mean, the Red Rivalry.
The old school cotton boat was in the middle of the fair, the state fair.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that the game was here. I didn't know the game was in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
I did not even know that. Like, I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't even know. I'm just thinking. I mean, I know about y'all rivalry. Yeah, I mean, come on, dog. It's notable. I think it's the third. I think best rivalry. I think second. I'm gonna say second behind, Bama and Auburn. No, the Iron Bowl. I'm gonna say it's right behind.
Hey, you gonna piss off a lot of my Ohio State fans.
Listen. Let me say this, man. Let me say this again, bro. Man, let me say this so the people can hear it. I want you to hear my very beautiful, delicate voice that I have. I speak so eloquent and so fluently, right? I want the people to hear me. The Iron Bowl is the best rivalry game in the United States of America. It's the best. It's next to Pittsburgh versus the Ravens.
Man, that's not. I won't even count that because that's a young ass. Pittsburgh versus the Browns be like that was the rivalry back in the day. You remember?
Man, listen to this, T. You know as well as I know, the Iron Bowl for so many years declared the winner not only of the SEC, because usually whoever come out that game sniffing, they finna go beat whoever they finna go beat. The Iron Bowl is huge. I mean, you got family versus family that day.
Look,
I seen a man divorce. Listen, I seen a man divorce his wife because she didn't want to cook for no Auburn fans. I seen it. I'm from Alabama.
I
it is serious.
The second worst I've seen a rivalry though. Real talk. I'm not discounting what you're saying. You are literally right on that one. I'm not discounting that. But like, did you hear about like Barry Sanders? How he talked him and his dad talk because he decided to go to Oklahoma State instead of Oklahoma. His dad literally disowned him because he was Sooner.
Yeah, I mean it happened, but then he ended up getting back in love with him. You know how that go.
I don't even know they got back in love. That's the thing.
Yeah, they did. They did because his dad was on the sideline most times. His dad, like when they did the 30 for 30 on Bear.
Yes, right. That's right.
His dad was around him. I think his dad was probably just playing. But you see, the reason why Oklahoma and Texas rivalry is really, to me, shouldn't even be.
I hate Oklahoma. I hate Oklahoma with passion.
I mean, but listen. The only reason why I don't necessarily respect y'all rivalry because, like, what are y'all necessarily beefing over? Because I look at it like this: I'm in Alabama. I got Auburn and Alabama are in Alabama.
I agree with
Like,
you. I agree with that.
I mean, so that's thick. You know what I'm saying? So that's a thick rivalry. That's really the realest because the people that's playing against each other was recruited not only to go there, like, the people that was, oh, you ain't good enough to go to Bama. Okay, you can go to Auburn. No, man, you ain't good enough to go to Auburn. You went to Alabama. Because it was times like that. It was a time when, that's why I said I don't get y'all rivalry. It's like I get it, it's two
It,
states.
you have to look at it like this, right? Texas is a huge state, and Oklahoma really can't field their team without Texas recruits. Let's call it for what it is. This is Texas. This is me being the asshole Longhorn fan. It's the truth. And so you got that plan, and then they get away with stuff. That how you got the one couple teams that just get away with stuff. If they make a mistake or whatever, magically they don't get like 2 spots lowered on their ranking or something crazy. You know what I mean? So basically, Texas was the biggest dog that could deal with that. You get what I'm saying? Because like it's just one of those things where they share so much of our culture and vice versa. It's just like a distant cousin that moved out of state that always on talk shit when they come to the family reunion. You see how that work? It's similar to Michigan or Ohio State, where you will lose your job if you'll lose Oklahoma more than you will lose your job even you win a national championship. People are like, you gotta beat the Sooners, you gotta beat their ass. We can't deal with this no more. You know what I mean? That would be the talk.
But this is my thing.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, 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 no. Hold on, slow it down. Let me say this, bro. It took a Oklahoma man to come and get y'all another championship. It's a guy that built up Oklahoma. We already know who built Oklahoma up, Barry Switzer, right?
Yeah.
And then Barry Switzer win a Super Bowl
I
with
mean,
y'all.
Super Bowl's different, man. I mean, we talking about college football. Super Bowl,
I mean,
like
yeah, but he brought those Oklahoma principles, right?
technically, that team was built before Switzer even stepped in the room. He just kept it going on. He wanted to be 100 you, but then we had
No, slow it down, slow it down.
yeah.
He did not win. Listen, y'all didn't win 3 straight, right? Y'all won 2 with Jimmy, then y'all lost the third one, right? With Bear, right?
Yeah, we lost against the 49ers.
Okay, so that tells me a lot about the team, then, brother. That tells me that it wasn't a plug and play because he had to wait another year. He had to come in with his philosophy again. Bear Switzer winner, man.
Or no, or more likely the player like Troy had to humble himself because him and Barry didn't get along. He never got along. That's why he went to UCLA
Mm.
because he wanted to sling the ball around. Which back then you had to fit back in how Oklahoma played the game back then. There was triple option, you know,
Wishbone.
wishbone ball, and you not if you're a high end quarterback, why would you want to stay there when UCLA is they run the Air Coryell and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Troy went all that. You know what I'm saying? Troy was like an average quarterback, to be honest with you. I
Got
mean,
three. He a Hall of Famer. Got 3 Super Bowls. I
li-
don't
li-
care
li-
what
li-
you're talking about.
man, listen. I mean, listen to this,
He
dog.
would beat your Steelers too. What's up about that too? Hey, I
I
don't
mean,
want to
just
hear
hear
no.
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Come on, bro.
All I'm saying, man, Aikman was okay. I never knew nobody grew up and say I want to be Aikman. Have you ever met somebody that said, man, I want to be Troy Aikman?
Well, hey. Now,
You see?
no. I'm about to answer your question. You have to understand this. We grew up in 2 different places. I grew up during the time when Aikman, when everybody had his haircut. All the the other side had his hair. I went to a predominantly white school growing in elementary, so I saw everybody had that mullet when he had that mullet back in '92. They all had that. They all thought they were gonna be Troy Aikman, throw the ball, throw the skinny post all day and everything. Everybody was running that offense to that point. So I'm telling you, what you seeing, you outside looking in, and he was the king. He was their Jesus down here in a way, fitly speaking. Like they had the mullet like him. They always like they wore like he had a little cowboy hats and all that stuff. Him and Novacek and all that. He was a big thing. Trust me. I mean, this is literally football country when it comes to Cowboys. You go talk to somebody. What?
I said I couldn't hardly hear you. Say that one more time. I couldn't hardly hear you.
I said this is a football, like when they was winning Super Bowls 3 in a row. I'm telling you, you had people. I had friends that had his haircut. You know what I mean? Troy couldn't do nothing wrong to them. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to push back on that. Like he nobody want to be like him. You don't. Yeah, you have no idea.
Growing up, bro, just keeping it all the way 100 with you. Nobody wanted to be Troy Aikman. And now I would say this. We had a lot of Cowboy fans back home. You know, when y'all was winning those Super Bowls in the 90s.
That was a lot of Bama people that came to Cowboys too. So yeah,
it did. Yeah, Biscuit. Yeah, I think Biscuit came here. I mean, Cordelius, Benny. I think Benny did play for y'all, didn't it? I know he played for Buffalo, but
I think was it Lattimore? Was it like a Lattimore, a running back named Lattimore that played for us? Went to our school or something. Anyway, that's another story. But it was. I think was it Kurt Warner that went to y'all school? Is that the same the dude? I can't remember the name. I can't remember like it was a lot of Alabama cats that was on that. Bama, Miami, like you had a couple OU cats, you had a couple Texas cats, Florida State. Man, it was a variety, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was two people that we never wanted to be like because our OGs. I mean, a lot of my people that had raised me, they was Dallas Cowboy. I'm talking about they was hands down the biggest fans. They still Cowboy fans. You know how y'all are. Y'all very delusional. Yeah. So y'all gonna win the championship every day. Every day of the week, y'all gonna win it. Now they've been into it for a very long time. I'm gonna say it's two people on the team that nobody wanted to be where I was from. We never looked at Emmitt Smith as a great running back because the line was so good. Yeah, we never did. Our old heads always told us about Edie. That's all we heard. All we heard about is Edie. You know what I'm saying? And Barry. Everybody wanted to be Barry or Edie. Nobody wanted to be. Listen, they saying, they basically saying the boy was the worst running back, like out the top. Well, he's top 20, but I think people try to put him up there, like Emmitt Smith, but the offensive line was so great. Would you agree to that?
I won't agree with that because here's the thing with Emmitt, right? Emmitt was like a master of, he was a jack of all trade, master of none. Like he didn't have the super speed, like he didn't have but like he was like consistent, like that how that offense worked, and I believe you could do something similar in today's offense because nobody valued the running back. He would just consistently get 4 to 5 yards, 4 to 5 yards, 4 to 5 yards. Take 20, 25 to 28 carries, 10 pass attempts, 10 catches, keep the drive going. Him, and then eventually, when you go on now, he gonna break one on you. He might break a 20-yarder on you, and it's perfect because like that's to me that's good football where you don't have to show all your guns out. You don't have to show all your guns until you really have to show all your guns. You know what I mean? Like if we play against the Packers or somebody when they want to put 8 in the box, stuff. All right, skinny post time, or a goal with Alvin Harper or somebody like that. You know what I mean? So it was they didn't have none of them all have to overextend themselves. So to your point, right, where you were saying where nobody wanted to be like Emmitt Smith and everything, right? Yeah, I'll give you that because like he he's not gonna do the Barry Sanders all the time. Barry Sanders do it all the time, but nobody remembers him doing playing in the backfield and getting a tackle for a 3 or 4 yard loss. Nobody remembers that. Everybody remember when he drew 15 yards down the field and make people look silly, which is good. That's a highlight. I applaud him on that. But like, I don't know, as a football standpoint, Emmitt Smith is on. He's kind of like Walter in a way where he's consistent. He's constantly consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this question: what would Barry Sanders do with Emmitt Smith line?
Probably it depends on how they coach, but more likely probably more the same, or probably a little bit better. I don't think he'll retire like he did.
Barry wouldn't have lost all those yards. Barry had one of the worst teams to ever deal with. He had the worst offensive line. He had a garbage quarterback all the time. No wide receivers. This man was running for his life. He was only losing the yards because
he was the offense.
Yeah, he was. He was everything they ever had. That's the reason why the man retired early. The man said, well, allegedly, he said he retired because he didn't want to break Sweetness' record. I already know the Walter Payton story or whatever. I don't think that's what it was because he could have broke that record probably within the first 5 years, the way how he was running it.
Yeah, he was still running good.
Emmitt, Emmitt in your top 10. I'm gonna kill it.
My top 10.
Yeah,
look, let's put it this way: Emmitt longevity, and we can't deny the fact that he got the rushing record. We can't deny that he was consistent. He was on winning teams. He. If you win against a Dallas team in the early '90s, Emmitt was going to be an issue for you because all right, how do I defend? How do I defend this constant barrage of running? And he catching out the backfield and defend Alvin Harper or Kevin Williams and Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin was a mismatch problem for everybody.
A monster. I love Irvin.
Yeah, for everybody. And then we always what I'm saying, he failed at that team to make it to take it to heights of being a championship because when you have to go to win the championship, not championship, or win the division, you gotta go to New York or Washington in the cold at RFK or East Rutherford or whatever, or the vet. The vet. Remember how the vet was,
and
he could go in there and he could get you 25 to 28 carries. You know what I mean, and still be consistent. I'm sorry, man, you can't. I ain't about to all the spectacular all the time. I mean, the consistency is what wins. And he was consistent. You can't. I know it's easy to be like, well, yeah, he didn't do all this what Sweetness did, because at one point Sweetness was the Bears' offense, all the offense, and they still flourish. So to me, Sweetness is Walter Payton is probably the greatest running back of all time. Just by that alone, playing in that division, dealing with. At one point, I want to say, I don't know what. Let me see what year. I want to say he played in the old Met. You know how cold that sucker was.
Yeah, because they won the Super Bowl in '88, right?
85, the 85 Bears.
Oh yeah, 85. Yeah, so
I think his rookie year was 76. Yeah.
Sweetness. I watched Sweetness. Sweetness, to me, the only second coming to Sweetness, it was two players that I feel like could have played like Sweetness, could have ran it. Of course, Edie.
75, by the way, yeah.
Okay. So Edie. I mean, I got ED in that. I'm talking about like had like that running style like that.
Eric Dickerson.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I think
yeah. Eric Dickerson. Yeah. SMU
because
Bombers.
Walter was tall.
Yeah, he was tall. He was like 6'1" or something like that.
Yeah,
6'1".
Walter was a pretty big back, man. I think when I think of big backs, I think of backs like that can run like that. With that type of power. And they can really straddle you like that. But most definitely, I mean, Sweetness is. I mean, he was nice. I watched all his film. I sat down and I really studied Sweetness.
I tell you, if he didn't have a bad hip, the coldest one was Bo Jackson, though, man. That sucker was cold. Bo Jackson was cold.
Yeah, Bo was cold. Yeah, Bo, but
oh no, I forgot Auburn. Oh, you about to you have to hate on him. Oh no, don't do that.
Oh no. Listen, hold on. Man, Bo from Alabama. I ain't finna go against the state. So
yeah.
Bo from Alabama. All I'm saying is that we can go off woulda, coulda, shoulda all day. We can always just sit up here and press and be like, well, this. I mean, perfect example. I'm gonna speak of a guy that might hurt your feelings a little bit. Marcus Dupree.
Yeah, that boy was cold.
He could have been. He could. He could have been a lot of. He could have been a lot of things. He ran like Sweetness, and because he was a tall back too.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth runner. Injury, stayed hurt. He wanted to get fat.
Hey, honest God, true. Today NFL or today college, they probably would have took him off of being running back. They would put him on. He'd been playing wide 9. He was that tall and fast. They would have been playing.
Marcus Dupree was, deceptionally fast. He was like, God.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, he remind me like freak athlete. He remind me of like a Micah or Lawrence Taylor. You know what I mean? Freak athlete. I mean, Herschel Walker the same way. Like Herschel Walker probably wouldn't been playing running back in today's NFL. You know what I mean? Or in college, they probably would have had him on defense. You know how to think about the defensive ends that coming out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then look. Yeah. And then look at let me name one more back and then I'm gonna jump back. Steven Jackson.
Yeah, he was cold too. You know what killed his NFL career?
Nasty.
Man, I'm telling you right now, Holmgren in Seattle, when he said, well, we're gonna focus more on the slot receiver and not give him a fullback. I'm like, y'all screwing up.
For who? Who you talking about?
You remember when he like Steven? You talking about? Hold on, you said Steven. Oh, I'm thinking Sean Alexander. My bad.
No.
Yeah. My apologies. I'm thinking.
He played for the St. Louis Rams.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking Sean Alexander because Sean
Alexander was just ugly. People were scared to see his face. When Sean took that helmet off, Sean scared people.
Well, hey, that was your boy though, man. That boy cold.
Yeah, he was ugly. He won MVP. He was ugly. He went to the Super Bowl and everything. Yeah, he was ugly boy now. He's scared.
What team was that? Was that team or was that under the probation years when he was playing? I don't remember. I don't think they did anything on years at Bama.
No, I don't think we was under no restriction. We was under restriction later on. We was under restriction like from those are years that Auburn had. I want to say it was like 3. I think 4. I think 3 years. I think 3 years we was. No. No. I mean, I want to say he won that championship.
When?
Maybe. I mean, I might be wrong. Like I said, Sean is like a little bit before my time. Sean is like, I'm of the era of like me growing up as a kid, like, later on, like the Glenn Coffees, but before the Glenn Coffees, you had No, Bobby Humphrey was a little down. Bobby Humphrey early 90s, I think. Who was? I'm gonna say this, man, and I don't want nobody to come after me, man. I don't want no disrespect. I'm scared for my life. All right, y'all, listen to me, audience. Ronnie Brown, Cadillac Williams, who had me stuck. I hate Auburn. Let me tell you something, but I And Brandon Jacobs was on that team too.
Yeah.
I mean, he transferred right before, bro. That you talking about two backs that went top 5? I don't think that ever happened again. That went top 5. It's some went in the first round. Yes, Felix Jones and Derek McFadden went late.
Yeah.
I think McFadden went 5, and I think Felix went like 16 to y'all. I think Dallas took him 16.
Felix was 21st.
Okay.
We had two first rounders that year.
Yeah, so people ask me that, and then I know we jumping around, but I don't know. Bro.
I remember now because like now that the mid 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember the kings of the SEC back then was Florida. Back then, that's when Spurrier was doing the run and gun stuff,
blowing everybody out.
Yeah, it was them in Tennessee. So that I had to remember like what was going on, but he won the Heisman.
And then Philip Farmer too. Was that on Tennessee? You said who had won the Heisman?
Yeah, Sean Alexander. He won the Heisman in '98. Not '98. Hold on.
No, Sean Alexander never won the Heisman.
Junior year,
no, Sean Alexander never won the Heisman.
After initially been given the Heisman Trophy consideration. Excuse me. All right, yeah. Because I was like,
you know who the first Heisman Trophy winner was of Alabama?
Was it Joe Namath?
No, sir.
I know Unitas went there too, right? My triple?
Yeah. No, sir, not them.
Who?
Mark Ingram.
Nah, I don't believe that. Because Kenny
the first Heisman Trophy ever won by Alabama. Alabama had a lot of great team success. Never won the Heisman Trophy until Mark Ingram. And when Mark Ingram won one, Derrick Henry got one. And then that's when Bryce Young. This is a fact. Look it up. Mark Ingram was the first one. 09, I want to say. 09. First Heisman Trophy winner ever. They was the longest active program that won all those championships. Because you got to think about it. Paul Bear Bryant had team culture. Nick Saban had team culture.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, Mark Ingram was actually terrible that year. He was average. Them stats average in college. He was an average back. I personally don't think he's supposed to win. He only won it because the team was winning. He wasn't no defining factor. He only had probably 30 to 40 yards in the Auburn game. They came out there in the 46 and stuffed them. Yes, sir. You sound a little quiet. You know that, sir?
No, I didn't know that because I could have sworn like one of the quarterbacks got something. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Fun fact. I ain't gonna lie to you. Was Ricky Williams y'all first? I don't think Ricky Williams y'all first Heisman Trophy winner.
No. Hold up.
Who was y'all first Heisman Trophy winner?
So David Crow.
Because I know Ricky had it, but Ricky had it like way back in the day. We're talking about Ricky came out like with 94.
Dang,
96.
The Heisman thing weird because like you would think Earl Campbell.
Yeah, Earl Campbell. Yeah. Oh,
I'm like, I know Earl Campbell got something else.
Man, he got a good product out there too, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Earl Campbell hot links. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Staple right there.
Yeah. I ain't had none until I got here though. When I got here, I was like, man, let me try. Let's get something for breakfast. So wife had cooked something. We like, man, they expensive, but
Man, yeah, we like. See, the key is put that on the grill, man. You put that on the grill and get some.
Man, we're gonna have to go ahead and end it on night, man. We've been on for 2 hours, man, and 4 minutes. Man.
Yeah, I noticed that. But man, you want to go by the prediction on week 1 real quick? We're gonna make a move. Do that real quick.
Okay, let's do it. Let's run them down. Which you want me to go at?
So this is what I want to do. Let's look at this to see where is the upset. So
I already seen it.
Oh, you think Colorado?
No, USC and LSU. LSU gonna find a way to lose. They can't play no defense. They can't stop nobody.
Okay, that shows. I'm gonna agree with that. You know what's wild, man? I don't know how the computer. I played college football on the computer, right? The PlayStation 5 and stuff. They had Temple being Oklahoma. I don't bust out laughing that happened. I don't. We don't need that to happen. As both teams, you got to play them. You need them to be strong. We got to play them. We need them to be strong. We don't need OU losing no early games like this. But they had that scenario happen. So put a pin in that.
But you know what Temple at, right?
That's Philly, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the hood.
Man, they going
Yeah, it's in the hood.
They going to Norman, man.
It's in the hood, baby.
Oklahoma don't got no business losing that. They better not lose that shit.
It's in the hood.
Hey, they better not.
Beanie Siegel. Hey, listen, they said Beanie Siegel on that team.
Beanie Siegel, all that.
Ed Gilly coaching them.
Oh, Freeway.
Yeah,
Freeway Bob or something. What's going on?
The piece to Young B, and I got what it take to rock the mic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I had that. I'm like, they better not.
No, but that's what I see though. I mean, I think the only upset because Texas A&M is not going to upset Notre Dame. I want to say, I want to say USC. Well, I mean, I want to say LSU is favored in the USC game. I just feel like over the last 4 openers from Ed Elgeron to Chip Kelly. I mean, well, not Chip Kelly, my fault. Kelly. What's his name? Brian Kelly from Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Yeah.
They have not won a game yet. They have yet to win a game in the opener. I think in the last 4 or 5 years or something like that. I seen that stat like a couple of days ago. So
yeah.
And they always find a way. Now, I mean, like them losing that game does not determine their season because they got the SEC waiting on them.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why it's always a toss-up game. I want to say, Florida State beat the dog out of them last year.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State came out gunning on LSU last year. Like it was. I mean, now that was an upset to me, but that's what I see. Now the Miami and Florida game. Oh yeah, they're gonna be an interesting one.
That's a corn to me. That's a coin flip game.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
This is a coin flip game because here's the thing.
It's Georgia.
All right. Georgia should win that. I'm not debating that, but it depends on how Clemson come out. Clemson come out focused, and they put doubt in Georgia's mind. Watch out. So, but overall, I'm with you on Georgia won't win that game because Georgia. They got the chicey on. They ready for some.
They got 2 speedy receivers. They got 3 running backs. They got 3 offensive linemen that's good. Their center, their guard, and their right tackle.
They tied in cold too. So
No, but they tight end gone. He gone. Bowers gone. He gone to
Didn't they have another dude? Because you remember Bowers was hurt most of the year. Most of the end of the year. Yeah, so they got that
dude. I forgot.
What's his name? Dale or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. I mean, he's a raw product though.
I mean, he played a lot of the games.
Yeah, but he's raw. I mean, he's still kind of raw. We'll see how he transitions this year.
I got you.
He's raw. Like he's not like Bowers running routes. Like he was looking like he was unstoppable.
Bow, and if it was in the 80s, he'd be running X in Cleveland somewhere. You know what I mean? In the 80s, he wasn't the type of cats.
Man, Bowers was Travis Kelce last year.
Yeah.
Hey man, he was Travis Kelce. Like seriously, like he was unstoppable. I seen him playing a lot of games. That boy stay touching the ball. He just runs the precise route all the time. But like you said, we got the but I mean Georgia gonna kill Clemson as always. Miami and Florida gonna be a toss-up. Florida, to me, I think Florida should be able to take that away. Miami has been real flat. I mean, transfer portal kind of killed them a little bit too. They got some in, it's always some come in, some leave, some come in, in and out type of situation.
The Miami allure is not like it used to be, man. I mean, that's just a fact of the matter. The hunger is not there as it used to be. But here's the thing, though. Okay, I don't know. I gotta look at Miami secondary, but they keep a good secondary. In Florida, we don't know what Florida we getting. That's the biggest sleeper team in the SEC, in my opinion.
No, no, they didn't look that good last year, bro. They didn't look after. I mean, after they came off Anthony Richardson, they have not looked that good.
Yeah, but like then they beat. Oh, I think they beat Ole Miss last year, didn't they? They did something crazy. But yeah, and they had a relatively young team. That's what I'm saying. That's a sleeper team. Whenever you get your ass kicked for most of the year, and then they got to a bowl game, then they at least.
I think they did. They ended up probably did.
Yeah, so
probably did.
And the thing is, why I'm saying that's a sleeper. They had a young team last year, and they went on the road on some hard games. Like going to Utah, that was going to be a hard game to go to. In the way, anybody going to Utah or BYU or Colorado early when you deal with heat and altitude, you got to
crowd noise.
Yeah. You got to factor. People don't factor the altitude part in going those type of games. So they're gonna be tougher. Don't discount them. That's why I said they're sleeper.
Oh, okay. I just hope they don't have sleep. Listen, I just hope they don't have sleep apnea.
Yeah, I feel you. But overall, I agree with you. LSU, this is an upset alert. And
okay. I mean, because I want to say LSU gonna be favored because them losing Caleb Williams USC did. So
yeah. So that's upset alert. This should be a win. That's a toss up. We fair on that. All right, man. Let's go end this, man. Tell them where to find you at, man. They can find me on that banner back there. I need to probably put you on there too.
Man, listen, man. You can find me on all streaming platforms, man. That's out there, man. You can find me anywhere, man. Find me at Zeus Son-in-Law. Just type me in. IG. Look me on up. Man. Hey, listen. Can't wait to get this again, man.
And remember, if y'all watch us, like and subscribe, man. Show your boys some love. Show us some love, man. We're gonna be doing this every week for college football, and we'll probably talk a little in the NFL when that start up too. We'll keep y'all informed. Give y'all our opinion on it. So take care.
Bye.